Waris Pathan, I'd like to begin with you. I'm sure you heard what Mr. Nagesh is saying. They're representing the Karnataka government. The BJP is essentially saying two elements are to blame, the PFI and the Congress. They're essentially saying that this entire hijab storm, this hijab protest was all motivated.
Well, fortunately, I am not the spokesperson for either the PFI or the Congress. I will be speaking on behalf of my party and my points. Now, the Karnataka High Court judgment has been challenged before the Honorable Supreme Court. It is sub judice, matter is being heard, and today the arguments are over. And I am hopeful that the petitioner's advocate have put a very correct arguments before the court, and we are hopeful that the Supreme Court will definitely take into consideration the arguments advanced before them by the petitioner, and order will be passed, an appropriate order will be passed.
What's your view, Waris Pathan? What's your view on the fact that he is saying that these protests were motivated?
Well, let me tell you, we live in India. We follow the constitution given to us by Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar. In the constitution, Article 25 gives me the right of freedom of religion. Now, this hijab is essential religious practice as per the Islam. We have been wearing the hijab, our daughters, sisters, mothers have been wearing the hijab since 1400 years. Why all of a sudden the BJP government came up in Karnataka with this issue? Only a professor comes to the college and say, I don't like hijab, and a controversy erupts, and then suddenly you ban the hijab. So this is what I say, you are entering into the privacy of a particular person. Freedom of choice is ensured to me by the article. It is my right and nobody forces. See, even in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said that to the Prophet that please explain to the women to cover themselves. We are just covering them. So what is the difficulty? What is it a national security threat? No. Now we live in secular country. We follow all the religions, and our Sikh brothers, they wear turban on their head. We have no objection for that. Our Hindu sisters, they put the bindi on their head. We never objected to that. Our Hindu brothers, they wear the thread on their hand. We never object. Similarly, if a Muslim girl wants to wear a hijab and go to the college or a school to study, what the hell? Why so much this thing against her? Why to object for her? It is her own privacy and her own right. She has to vary. It is not a national security threat also. So, taking into consideration this aspect of it, let me tell you, the BJP wants to spread hatred all over the country. And what we saw in Karnataka recently, just 2 months back, was few gunds wearing the saffron color shawl. They came to a campus wherein one girl, Muskan, who came on a motorcycle to submit her documents to the college. She was stopped. She was heckled, she was provoked, so many slogans were done, but she stood there. She stood and she replied to everybody with the slogan, Nare Takbir Allah Akbar.
The incident that Waris Pathan is referring to.
I feel that those people who were not even from the university, the cases have been booked
against them. The incident that Waris Pathan is referring to, Mohan Vishwa, can the BJP afford to shun blame, shun accountability? Because this clearly led to a law and order issue also in Karnataka. And can you push this off and brush this off as a conspiracy?
See, madam, I don't know what Mr. Pathan is talking. In between, he raised about, he came up with Ambedkar's name. Come on, what did Ambedkar say regarding same hijab, regarding same burqa? What did he say? He was very clear that, if a Muslim woman wears burqa, it will affect her health issues. If he really follow Dr. Ambedkar's words, he should not support this. And what kind of information he is giving over here? And please understand, the argument which he is making about fundamental rights and all have been discussed in detail by Karnataka High Court on a continuous hearing for 15 to 20 days. So I don't think so we have such kind of an issue. And also, as far as the turban above 66 are concerned, it is mentioned in the same Article 25. Let him go and read the Constitution properly and come and speak here. There is an exception provided to them specifically. And also regarding Vindhya also, it's an ornament, it's not a uniform. In Karnataka, in that particular school, particular college, the rules is there from 1986 till 2021 December. There was no issue as far as hijab is concerned. Suddenly it erupted. It was the Youth Congress team which went and met these 4 to 5 girls in Udupi. Post that, it was the PFI who took the issue to a bigger level.
No, the students, Mohan Vishwa, the students say that this was very much, yes, they're also saying it's a political conspiracy, but they're saying we had no issues wearing the hijab before. Suddenly it became an issue in the campus.
Who started? Who went to the court? Who supported them? Who economically supported them? See, the college management led by the principal and the director, even before getting into the court, they had a lot of meetings with the same students and the parents of the same students. So when the issue was getting resolved, it was PFI supported and Congress supported team who supported them economically and also legally to take the issue to bigger level. It was who they are responsible, and we never went to the court. It was them who went to the court. How can they say that we were the one who started?
Okay, Waris Pathan,
they were the one
I'm going to give Waris Pathan a chance to answer here. Essentially, the BJP's contention, as you just heard there, Waris, is that this was a political conspiracy. We've only done what the law has told us to do.
Well, the BJP spokesperson has totally lost on it. He does not know what he is speaking. He is saying the Karnataka High Court has given an order and the fundamental principles are not applicable. Let me remind him that the same order is challenged before the Honorable Supreme Court. So he should not make such kind of statements before the national television. Let the Supreme Court decide, and as I said, that the Supreme Court will definitely look into the Essential Religious Practices Act. The Supreme Court will also look into the Puttaswamy judgment. The Supreme Court will also consider the argument canvassed by the petitioners, lawyers, senior advocate Dave, who brought it before the court. He spoke about the social justice which is being done in our country. He spoke about the multicultural thing which we live in our country for. We clearly said that turbans can be worn by our Sikh brothers, no objection. We never objected. Even bindis can be put, no objection. So why hijab? And let me remind the BJP spokesperson what Modi ji said, Hum chahte beti bachao, beti padhao. And when our daughter wants to study wearing a hijab, we say that in one hand she will have a Quran, in another hand she will hold a computer, a laptop.
But the Karnataka High Court, Waris, the Karnataka High Court did. The Karnataka High Court did say hijab is not an essential part. You can't brush that under the carpet or ignore what the Karnataka High Court said.
That order is challenged before the Supreme Court. That is not the final order. It is challenged before the Supreme Court. Let the Supreme Court decide. That is what I am saying. The matter is sub judice. And here the BJP spokesperson is giving the final verdict as if he has become the Supreme Court judge now. Let the honourable judges of the Supreme Court decide the matter.
I have very little time. Mohan Vishwa, quick response.
That order is challenged, sir.
Mr. Pathan, you don't know law, you don't know legally, you don't know the legal
What are you asking him the question?
One at a time, please. One at a time.
He does not know what is the Puttaswamy judgment.
The Supreme Court gives the judgment, the previous judgment given by High Court prevailed. There can be an argument, there can be an evidence, whatever proceedings can go on. Please understand and please prepare yourself and come for the debate, okay? Till you get the final judgment of the Supreme Court, it is the previous judgment given by High Court holder.
No, one second. Waris Pathan, Mohan Vishwa, hold on. I will not allow bickering to happen here. I'll not allow bickering to happen here. What's very clear is that at this point the BJP is maintaining that all of this was instigated politically. Waris Pathan, I've run out of time. Thank you for joining us. Thanks to Mohan Vishwa as well. You saw what each political party has to say on this. This has been essentially a hot political talking point for the last many months. And with the Karnataka government going on record to say in the Supreme Court that it's a PFI conspiracy, this has only led to, in fact, the latest flashpoint being triggered.